Hello, this is Subarao. Welcome to lecture on number of onto functions and its application. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the number of onto functions from a set capital A to a set capital B if number of elements of capital A equal to m and the number of elements of the second set B n or 0 if m is less than n. If m is greater than or equal to n, so this tells us the number of onto functions, that is n raised to m minus nc 1 times n minus 1 raised to m plus nc2 times n minus 2 raised to m minus and so on plus minus 1 raised to n minus 1 times nc n minus 1. So this tells us number of onto functions from a set which contains m elements to a set containing n elements. So here that can be related with a general scenario, which is number of ways of distributing m distinct objects onto n distinct boxes. So onto n distinct boxes, that means no box is empty. So that is nothing but number of onto functions. Let us elaborate how these two are equal. Now let us consider first the two sets capital A and capital B, which are having m elements and n elements. Let us consider two sets capital A, capital B, as A is containing m elements, A1, A2 and so on Am, and B contains n elements, B1, B2 and so on Bn. In set notation, if I take a Venn diagram, then you can write A1, A2 and so on Am, B1, B2 and so on Bn. If m is less than n, when m less than n, if all elements of capital A have even they have a unique relation, there will be some element which do not have any mapping. So that means it's obviously not an onto function. So in order to make onto function, first condition is m is greater than or equal to n. So in this process, we apply our truly amazing counting principle, pretty interesting counting principle, which prevents overlapping cases so easily, which is nothing but our principle of induction and principle of inclusion and exclusion. The principle which prevents overlapping cases, principle of inclusion and exclusion, will help us a lot in order to derive this onto function formula. If you need any assistance in understanding principle of inclusion and exclusion, please watch previous video which is on principle of inclusion and exclusion exclusively. So in order to go to apply this principle of inclusion and exclusion, I am making an event. Let capital AI, let us observe closely, let us capital AI be an event that the element bi is not related with any element of A, with any element of capital A. As per our definition, in order to define onto function, each and every element of the set B must have at least one pre-image. Now I have taken AI represents a function in which the element bi does not have any pre-image. Okay, so we can generalize for I equal to 1, 2 and so on n. So that means a1 represents the number of functions in which the event in which the element b1 does not have any pre-image. A2 is an event that element b2 does not have any image. So as for definition, onto function means b1, b2 and so on bn, all elements must have pre-images. So that means the unfavorable case of AIs are required to us. So I can write it as number of onto functions is equal to number of functions in which b1, b2 and so on bn all are related or all are mapped or all are having pre-images with the elements of A, right? So that means number of ways that all bi's are having pre-images. So that is nothing but when you convert this mathematical statement, this statement into set theory, A1 complement intersection, A2 complement intersection and so on, intersection AN complement, which is equal to, from De Morgan law, this is the total number of distributions minus n of A1 union, A2 union and so on union AN. The total distributions is nothing but total number of functions. That is, as we know, n power m, because we have n elements in the set B, so each element of capital A will have n choices, right? So there are m elements in capital A, so each element is having n choices, n is multiplied by itself and m times as per multiplication theorem. So the total number of functions is equal to n power m minus sigma ni, n of ai, I is running from 1 to n, minus sigma n of ai intersection aj, provided I and j are lying in between 1 to n and I not equal to j, plus sigma n of ai intersection aj intersection ak, again same thing, ijk are lying in between 1 and n and no two are equal, minus and so on minus, plus minus 1 whole power n minus 1. So when you have a combination of two sets, you have negative sign. So that means minus 1 whole power n minus 1, n of a1 intersection, a2 intersection and so on intersection an, which is equal to n power m minus n of ai means b1 does not, n of a1, in a1 b1 does not have any pre-image, b1 does not have any pre-image. So that means we need to relate all remaining n minus 1 elements. So that means the number of functions of a set which containing m elements to n minus 1 elements. So that is nothing but n minus 1 power m, n minus 1 raised to m. But it happens with each and every element of the second set capital B. So there are n such elements, so n minus 1 such choices. So finally this terms gives us n minus 1 times n minus 1, nc1 times n minus 1 raised to m. So coming to the next point, minus of minus plus. So n of A1 intersection A2. For instance, A1 intersection A2. B1, B2 does not have any do not have any pre-images. B1 does not have, B2 does not have any pre-image. So both do not have any pre-image. So in that case, number of functions of a set which contains m elements to n minus 2 elements, since we are not considering these two elements from the set B. So such functions are n minus 2 power m. So how many terms will exist in this summation? That is nothing but NC2. So if you go on to the next term, NC3 n minus 3 power m, plus and so on plus. So this will be minus 1 power n, minus 1 power n, minus half minus n of a1. What does it mean? A1 intersection A2 intersection and so on intersection an, meaning no element has any pre-image. What does it mean? So no element has any pre-image means that there is no relation, right? So that case is not possible, that would be 0. So we will go to the, it's a preceding term. What's its a preceding term? Minus 1 power n minus 2. When you are multiplying it by one more minus, that will be minus 1 power n minus 1. How many sets will be there? NC n minus 1. So it's a combination of n minus 1 sets. So NC n minus 1, right? So it means NC n minus 1, n minus 1 elements do not have any pre-images. That means all elements of M are mapped to only one element, right? So that is only 1 power M. Otherwise n minus of n minus 1 raised to M. N minus of n minus 1 raised to M, that is 1 power M. So this is the last term. So this is nothing but number of onto functions. So number of onto functions in another way, number of distribution of m distinct objects onto n distinct boxes. Onto n distinct boxes means no empty box is allowed. Okay. So using the principle of inclusion and exclusion. So let us make a small application on it. The application is, there are 5 balls which can be distributed into 3 distinct boxes such that no box is empty. So exactly this is a case of onto function. So directly you can apply 3 power 5 minus 3c1 3 minus 1 raised to 5 plus 3c2 3 minus 2 raised to 5. That's all, which is equal to 243 minus 3 times 2 power 5 32 plus 3c2 3, right, which is equal to 246 minus 96, which is equal to 150. In general method, what you can write, distribution of 5 balls into 3 distinct boxes, you will get the two cases, 1 1 3 2 2 1. You can make them into the division into the groups. So 5 balls into 3 groups, right? So that means what, how can you make it? So division into groups, another method, 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 3 factorial, in which 2 equal groups are there. I mean in number, 1 by 2 factorial. So we made them into groups. So after made them into groups, we need to distribute into 3 boxes, that is 3 factorial. Now coming to the second case, 5 factorial by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 1 factorial. Again there are 2 groups which are having equal number of elements. So that is 1 by 2 factorial. Again we distribute these groups into the 3 distinct boxes. So that is arrangement into the 3 boxes, right? So then if you simplify this part, what you could get, so this is equal to 3 factorial 520, 20 by 2 10, here 3 factorial is 6, Again here 5 factorial. So that 5 factorial is equal to 5, 4, 3, 2 by 2, 2, 2 into 3 factorial. So these two will get cancelled. 8. So 40. So this is equal to 5, 4, 3, 1. So 2, 2. So 3 twos. 4, 2, 3 factorial. This is 6. 3 factorial 6. So 5, 3, 6. So 15 6 are. This is nothing but 90. 60 plus 90, which is equal to 150. Yes, we made them into groups. Instead of made them into groups, as it is a small number, we made them into groups. Instead of made them into groups, we can directly apply onto formula. So why? Because 5 balls, distinct balls, can be distributed into 5 distinct balls, can be distributed into 3 distinct boxes. That's so such that no box is empty. That is onto function. Okay, so this is an application, derivation of onto function and application on it. Thank you.